San Francisco Mayor London Breed announced the launch of a new guaranteed income pilot program for the city's trans community.
It's just getting better and better in San Francisco. San Francisco Mayor London Breed announced a new program called the Guaranteed Income for Trans People. This is going to pay transgender residents $1,200 each per month up to 18 months for financial security within the community. This coming from a city where there's thousands upon thousands of homeless people on the street of all walks of life. Whites, blacks, Asians, Hispanics, men, women, and children. You name it, they're on the street homeless in San Francisco. But of course, the mayor does not care about those people. She's concerned that the underprivileged transgender community isn't getting enough to stay in the city where rents are outrageous for the person that works and makes a good living. But they have to make sure that the transgender community, because they're a special group, of course, they have to make sure they get that free income to make themselves comfortable. And of course, we all know the beloved Nancy Pelosi, who will no longer be Speaker of the House. She gave a little speech today, and she told us how much she loves the city that she represents.
My friends, no matter what title you all, my colleagues, have bestowed upon me, Speaker, Leader, Whip, there is no greater official honor for me than to stand on this floor and to speak for the people of San Francisco. This I will continue to do as a member of the House, speaking for the people of San Francisco, serving the great state of California, and defending our Constitution.
So if Pelosi really cared about the residents of San Francisco, don't you think she would have done something in all her years in Congress? After all, she's a multimillionaire along with her husband. Why can't she donate some of her money to the city of San Francisco to help the homeless people? Oh no, she loves them, but she's not going to do anything to help them. She never has, and she never will. And now, being the fact that she no longer will have any power, she will no longer be the Speaker of the House, she's really going to do nothing. And I'll be surprised if she even shows up on Capitol Hill for congressional hearings. But she cares so much about the residents of San Francisco. I wonder if she's actually donating some of her wealth to this program to give money to the transgender people. Well, that news report goes a little further. They spoke to some transgender people about how they feel about it. Have a look at this.
The Guaranteed Income for Trans People, also known as GIFT, is a new program that will benefit 55 transgender people living in San Francisco for more than a year. Mayor London Breed has dedicated money from the general fund for the pilot program, spearheaded by Lyon Martin Community Health Services and the Transgender District. Each person will get $1,200 per month to use as they please.
I'm just really thrilled that the city of San Francisco is investing in its trans residents, especially as a community that is extremely vulnerable.
In the last statewide U.S. trans survey in 2015, it was revealed that 33% of trans Californians were living in poverty compared to 12% of the general population. Honey Mahogany, who founded the San Francisco Transgender District, explains even in a place like the Bay Area, trans people face discrimination by employers, making it harder to get higher paying jobs. So many move to San Francisco. It's considered a safe haven, but the exorbitant cost of living makes it hard to keep up.
You know, it's really, really great to see the city moving forward on trans issues, especially right now with everything that's happening in the country. So things like this really make me proud to be a San Franciscan.
And of course, we all know that the transgender community have higher rates of poverty and discrimination than anyone else. You know that, right? I know that too. Because you're transgender, you are discriminated against. You have to live in poverty because there's no one else in San Francisco living in poverty. No one but the transgender community. And Mayor London Breed is going to make sure she takes care of these people because, as she said, transgender communities experience poverty and economic instability at disproportionate rates, according to the city of San Francisco. The U.S. Transgender Survey, which is the only large-scale study of trans people in the United States in 2015, found that 33% of trans people in California were living in poverty. Well, whose fault is that? They want to parade around and preach that everyone has to go along with their crusade instead of going and get a job. But they'll blame the employers for not wanting to hire them. That's bullshit. They know it, and the city of San Francisco knows it. I've said this before. If you go for a job and you're a dude and you say you're a woman, if you're qualified more than the other applicants, then yes, you should get the job. But if they're not getting it, it's because they're underqualified. It's not because the dude is dressing like a woman and he shows up with a beard and makeup and heels. That has nothing to do with it, especially in San Francisco, because they embrace this so much. But they want you to believe that these people suffer, live in poverty, and are discriminated against more than any other person. More than any white person, any black person, any Asian, any Hispanic, a man or a woman. We all live above average, and only the transgender people suffer discrimination. This is the kind of politics that San Francisco pushes, and this is the kind of politics that Nancy Pelosi has always pushed. Because after all, she loves San Franciscans so much that she did absolutely zero, nothing to take care of that city and get the thousands upon thousands of homeless people off the streets. And now, again, she's going to do even less. These reports that I find on certain groups of people are unbelievable. Because again, if you don't focus on that group of people, you are no good. You're the bad one. Because after all, they exist. No shit. And how many times do I have to say this? No one gives a shit. Go do you. We don't care. But of course, they are also going to get help with mental health counseling because Lord knows they need it. They're going to get help with health care because the rest of us have to pay for it. But because they're transgender, the city's going to give it to them for free because that's what they should do. This, again, is Joe Biden's America. This is going on in San Francisco, but I'm pretty sure, I'll go out on a limb and say it's happening in other cities and towns around the United States. We just hear about San Francisco because they all flock there for the inclusiveness and the warm weather. And now they're going to flock there for the free money. And the report does say that only 55 people will be eligible for this program, which I find ridiculous. And I find to be not true because there's thousands of them. So how are they going to pick the 55 people? They're going to get this guaranteed $1,200 a month to do with whatever they want, by the way. They don't have to buy food. They don't have to pay rent. They can do whatever they want with the free money. How are they going to find these 55 people? How are they going to vet them? I'd love to find out. I'd like to just be there and sit in on interviews to see how they're going to do this. Because as far as I'm concerned, 55 people, it's going to be 5,500 people or even more. They are not going to allow a small group of people to get free money while the rest of them live in poverty and the rest of them are discriminated against because they don't have any money. This is the United States of America, and San Francisco is the breeding ground for the transgender movement, and maybe it should stay there, or maybe it shouldn't. But again, I don't give a shit, and nobody else does. This is a kick in the ass to any American who goes to work every day. Even in a minimum wage job, they're struggling. But they want to give these people $1,200 a month to do with whatever they want. They don't even have to have a job. Their income has to be something like less than $600 a month. Yeah, because they're on government assistance. So the local government is going to give them more. I've had it. This is unbelievable, and it's only going to get worse. So pay attention, because it could be coming to a city and town near you real soon. And that's it. If you haven't already liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. Drop a comment on this video. Let me know what you think about it. Share my videos with someone if you will. I'd appreciate that. I hope you're all healthy and safe, because I'll see you again real soon with something else. Have a great night.